Hey, beautiful women of the Most High God. I wanted to remind you that when you're going through a situation and the enemy is coming, bringing doubt, unbelief in your head, making you feel like your problem is too big for God or that your problem is so small that God wouldn't be concerned about it, remind yourself of God's track record. Remind yourself of how faithful God has been to you and how powerful God is. So pull up God's track record when the enemy comes with those thoughts. Write them down. Write down your praise reports. Write down your prayers so that you can check them off every time God answers them, so that you can go back and recall to yourself of how good God is. We have to constantly remind ourselves of God's faithfulness, His gratefulness, His mercy towards us, His power. We have to remind ourselves that God comes through, that God is faithful to complete His word. So write those prayers down, write those praise reports down so that you can pull back up God's track record, so that when the enemy comes with those lies, you can remind the devil of who God is, of who you serve, of how powerful God is, so that you can stomp on the enemy's head and remind the devil that he's up under your feet. So remind yourself of how faithful God is. I love you. Remember who you are and whose you are. That's your Minute with Ty.